go. Can you tell me your name and your age?
My name is Andrew Guzman, and my age is 23.
What would you say your favorite video game of all time was?
Final Fantasy VII.
Why is that?
It was just a great game, great storyline. I dedicated an entire summer to that video game.
What is your favorite genre of video games?
RPG, role-playing games. My second would end up having to be first-person shooters, but that's just lately. But I've always played role-playing games. I like getting into the characters, personal space. Acting like the character, kind of.
What do you look for when you decide to play a new game?
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. The advertisements on TV do a lot for me. When I see a good advertisement or a good trailer, it makes me, think about it. Then I'll go online and check it out and read some reviews about it. Because there's $60 a pop now. You can't just go out and buy a video game, but I don't like it. So you gotta do some research.
How often do you play video games?
Well, when my wife worked, I played video games probably 4 or 5 times a week. But since we spend a lot more time together, I really don't play video games as often. But I do play video games with her, such as Little Big Planet and two-person video games that aren't as violent, more children's games than anything.
Why do you play video games?
I play video games because it's something that you can just, do at a moment's notice in your house. You don't really need to go out or anything like that. You can just, if you have spare time and nothing really else to do, you can just pop in a video game and just play whatever you feel like doing.
How do you feel when you complete a video game or a hard task within a game?
Well, if I do a hard task and it's taken me plenty of time to actually get it done, I feel, good about myself, a little proud. But when I beat a video game, I'm usually upset because I beat it too fast and I feel like I didn't get my money's worth. Except if it's an RPG and I've been playing it for years, like Fallout 3.
Is it important to have a higher score or a higher score than your friends?
Sometimes it is. If you're playing a competitive video game like Call of Duty where you're playing against each other, playing with each other, you can get competitive. Or if you're playing fighting games such as like Marvel vs. Capcom and you're going against each other, it's definitely about who's got the higher score and who beat who. And another one is sports games like Madden as well. If you're playing Madden, you always want to have a really good team. You don't want to be the person that everybody beats,
How often do you put off other engagements in order to play video games?
I don't think I actually do. I only play video games if I have really nothing to do, but there'll be times where I get stuck playing a video game and then I end up having to do something because of somebody, and then I might put it off a little bit, but normally I don't put video games in front of anything else.
What narratives do you think dominate the video game industry?
Narrative? You're talking about like RPG? What do you mean, like narrative?
The video game industry in general. What games do they promote more than anything?
Lately I've been seeing a lot of video games about war. You have like Homefront, Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare, Black Ops, SOCOM. They had that one game, oh man, I can't think of it, Medal of Honor. They've been playing a lot of video games about war, and I have no idea really what that's about, but that seems to be the big we say like in style or whatever it is right now.
What would you like to see in future games that you don't see now?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't have an imagination where I could actually think about that. You know, I think video games are getting better and better with graphics, and a lot of them with like create your own character. We can make a character. They got a lot of stuff now, and even now with 3D video games. So I can't even imagine what they would do to make video games better or anything like that. I mean, quality is ridiculous these days.
What would you like to see in video games that you don't see anymore?
Ooh, I don't see any more. You don't, honestly, I didn't think 2D video games are that bad. I remember growing up playing Super Mario Brothers. You know, it was an easy game, not that many buttons. You didn't have to have 1,000 buttons to do something. Um, Real easy for the, for kids. I mean, when I was growing up, it was an awesome game. It was very easy. I didn't have to worry about not knowing what I was supposed to do. I guess simplicity would be something that they can bring back. I know, I've been playing Little Big Planet. That's a pretty simple game. I like that, but nowadays you gotta hold, left bumper, press X and square, and do all different types of crazy stuff to get everything to work. So I would say simplicity.
Do you think the video game industry is largely dominated by males?
You know what? Yes, I would say so. I would say a lot of them dominated by males simply due to the violent nature of most games. You really don't. Well, honestly, I'm not really. In my opinion, I would think it's more dominated by males, but I really don't know. I don't really know who does all this, but I would just say because of the violent nature of most of the games, that it would be dominated by males. Really don't know too many girls that play video games.
What kind of story does your favorite game tell?
Uh, Final Fantasy VII. Man, we can be here all day if I start talking about that. It's just, it's got a lot of twists and turns in the storyline. It's the main character is not the person he ends up who you think he is. It's actually a really cool game. Storyline is pretty much, you got your protagonist, your antagonist, and their group of friends. Pretty much trying to prevent the world from ending. And the antagonist is the one who's trying to end the world. So it's like, a classic story of good versus evil, but you put a lot of time into the video game.
And do you ever use video games as a way to avoid responsibilities?
No. No, definitely not. I only do it for just to have fun, competition against some friends, or if I really don't have anything to do, I'll play with my wife, or play by myself, depending on what mood I'm in. But no, I never use it to avoid anything.
How many hours do you think you play video games a week?
A week? I used to play, I would say, 20 plus hours, but now maybe cut that in half. Maybe even less than that. I'd say probably about 7 hours at most a week.
Right.